Welcome to the Fearful Fright series, where we will be reading with our favorite green ghoul, Grimmer. Now sit back and enjoy this twisted tale. Today our story is called Beneath Paris. Beneath Paris, the night still breathes. Paris looks safest at night. The lights soften the streets. The Seine glows like a ribbon of glass. Lovers lean into one another as if the city itself is holding them. Luanne Florentine always thought that meant Paris was gentle. She was wrong. The entrance. Irénée Hercule had that grin, the one that meant trouble dressed as curiosity. Just an hour, he said. Everyone does it. We go in, we look around, we leave. Luanne stared at the rusted gate hidden behind a maintenance door near Place d'Enfert Rochereau. The metal bars were bent outward, like something had pushed its way through. A sign hung crooked. Catacombs closed, danger of death. The air leaking from below was cold. Old. It smelled like wet stone and something sour beneath it. I don't like this, Luanne whispered. Irénée squeezed her hand. That's why it's exciting. They climbed down. The city vanished above them. The bones of the dead. The catacombs didn't feel abandoned. Water dripped steadily, like a heartbeat. Their footsteps echoed too long, too loud. Walls of skulls stared from the darkness, teeth bared in permanent grins. Luanne's flashlight shook as she swept it across inscriptions carved into stone. Arrêtez. C'est ici l'Empire de la Mort. Stop. This is the Empire of Death. Irénée laughed nervously. Poetic. Then they reached a tunnel neither of them remembered seeing on the map. The walls narrowed. The air grew warmer. And the sound of chanting drifted toward them. Low voices. Many of them. Speaking something old, Latin twisted with syllables that made Luanne's head ache. She grabbed Irénée's arm. Someone's down here. The chanting stopped. Silence slammed into the tunnel. Then a voice answered, calm, amused. You shouldn't be here. The ritual. They crept forward despite themselves. The tunnel opened into a vast chamber, lit by dozens of black candles. In the center, a stone altar slick with fresh blood. Figures stood in a circle, men and women dressed in antique clothing, lace collars and velvet coats, eyes reflecting candlelight like mirrors. At the altar knelt a man, wrists bound, mouth gagged, eyes wild with terror. A woman stepped forward. Her skin was pale as marble. Her hair black as wet ink. Her lips red, not with makeup. She smiled, and Luanne felt something inside her chest recoil. Witnesses, the woman said softly. How rare. One of the figures inhaled sharply. Living, he whispered. The chanting resumed, but faster now. Hungry. The man at the altar screamed as the woman bent down and bit into his throat. Blood spilled over stone. She drank deeply, eyes fluttering in ecstasy. Luanne gagged. The woman looked up. Locked eyes with her. And smiled wider. The chase. Run, Irénée shouted. They turned and fled. The candles blew out all at once. Darkness swallowed them. Behind them came movement, not footsteps, but something faster. Scraping claws. Wind rushing through tunnels. They ran blind, slamming into walls, bones crunching underfoot. Luanne felt fingers brush her hair, cold, sharp-nailed. A voice laughed behind her ear. Your heart is beautiful, it whispered. Irénée tripped. Luanne dragged him up. Ahead, light. They burst from a forgotten exit just as the first rays of dawn spilled into the street. Behind them, the darkness shrieked. The vampires halted at the edge of the sun, their skin blistering, eyes burning with hatred. The woman from the altar stepped forward last. She bowed. We will see you again. Then she burned. Safe. For now. The police didn't believe them. Teen cult prank, they said. Tourist hysteria. Luanne and Irénée didn't argue. They locked their apartment doors. Drew the curtains tight. They told themselves it was over. That night, Luanne woke to a sound. Scratching. Soft. Rhythmic. She went to the window. Bats covered the building. Hundreds of them, clinging to brick, circling the balcony, eyes glowing faintly in the dark. A shadow moved across the ceiling. Irene sat up, clutching his chest. Luan. My heart, it's not beating right. She rushed to him. His skin was pale. His eyes, wrong. Irene, she whispered. He smiled. Too slowly. Don't be afraid, he said. She gave me a gift. His reflection didn't appear in the mirror behind him. Outside, the bats shrieked and took flight. And somewhere below the city, the chanting began again.